The season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
All right, my people, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the coach's desk. How is everybody doing? Yeah, man, I trust that you'd have had a good weekend so far. This is the start of another week, and it's the final night of the weekend's triple treat. Yeah? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, my people, we're here. Yeah, man, we're here, and we're just here to have a little talk. You know what I mean? Big up to the early birds. Big up to the persons who always support the show. What are we doing? Yeah, man. So we're talking about this game that went on just now. Trust me. Game was sick. You understand? Very good game. Very good game. Yeah, my people. So, people, just like up the stream, like up the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. You understand? Big up on yourself. Mount Pleasant won 3-1. So after winning 3-1, that would have been a 5-3 aggregate win. So Coach Tapper Whitmore into the finals. First season at a big club. First season he brought Mount Pleasant Stoosh to the finals of the Jamaican Premier League. You understand? This man, Theodore Whitmore, has been through a lot. He has been at the national helm, senior team, and he wants to make a statement by watching or winning this league. You understand? So it's a good look. It's a good look for Coach Theodore Whitmore. You understand? And I mean, it argues well for him. He might be putting back his hat in the thick of things where national duties is concerned. What I want to think? What to say? And you know, one thing we have to rate Tapper still. Tapper big up him technical staff. Listen, no one coach can do everything. You see the team that you have around you, that team is very important. There's a saying in coaching that you're as great as your assistant, you know. You understand? But we have to give credit to Coach Whitmore. Even if everything is not coming from him, the man is at the helm and the man a big up him team. Because in a team, together, each achieve more. And that is what Coach Whitmore has gotten with his team. Yeah? And they have achieved more by reaching the final of the Jamaican Premier League, taking out one of the most potent team in the league. But they did not look and recall that Mount Pleasant as the marksman, the most potent player in the Premier League. Yeah, man. Trivante Stewart doing a bag of things, leading goal scorer. And that's why I asked the question, Trivante is on fire. You think that he should get a look in this Gold Cup 23? You think he can make it, break into this Gold Cup 23? You understand? So, what you think? You think him can make the squad, people? Him can make the 23? We just put it out there because it's a you that he's in the 60 man, the 50 man squad, you know. Will he go this week with the team? Yeah, man, this week the team will fly out to Europe, you know. This week the team flying out to Europe. So we're gonna be talking about it. I want you people to tell me or to list a little bit later who makes your 23. You understand? Let's talk about year 23. What is that? Why so many notifications coming in? Why when I'm on the show notifications coming in? All right, so yeah, man, a lot of notification coming in on the phone. I'm at off at the tablet. Yeah, people. So for the past 2 nights I was out. Last night we were in the stadium, you know, covering the track and field, racers track meet, and all of that. Friday night, what happened Friday night? Friday night I went on a mission and I was unable to reach back in time. You understand? So it's the reason no show was held on Friday. But all right, let me check out some of the comment in the comment section before I get into my. But people, not everyone in the system is actually supporting the coach, you know. You understand? Not everybody who is a part of the Jamaica Football Federation is supporting the coach. So we want to talk about that because if the coach not getting the full support and you put things in place and mechanisms in place to quote unquote win the Gold Cup, you can't do it with them push button. You understand? But let me check out some comments before we delve into that. Because one, the people them know what go on. Some of you already know. I mentioned it a little bit Thursday night rather. But we're just gonna delve into it a little bit more. So know yourself, big up yourself. Big up yourself. Blake, Nah, man, that wasn't embarrassing from Manchester United, man. We had City at bay, man. Come on, Blake. It wasn't that embarrassing as you're saying, Blake. Manchester United put up a pretty decent fight, man. Manchester City didn't have their way. City started out on the front foot. You know what I mean? But then after which United settled into the game and started to put things together. Yeah, man. So don't say that, Blake. Dr. Dan, big up yourself, you know, Dr. Dan. Joan Spence, big up yourself. I didn't get any of the stream notification, just this one. YouTube, want to the notification, YouTube. YouTube, what happened to the notification? Mr. United, big up yourself. Yeah, man, Stewart played a good game. Man. Rob Smith, what go on? Big up no allies. God showing up and showing out. Jamaicans suck at the business of sports. Needed more support from the Jamaican athletes. Or 4. Who won? Okay, we told him that already. Jason, big up yourself. I paid the $10. Hope it's a good game. Watching the game and light just cut. Boy, actually, you always have them disaster there, man. Man, them are going to treat Tapper like Man City and start cost Tapper. Say Mount Pleasant spend money. What chance? Stefan, big up yourself. We have give him his props. Yeah, man. Coach Tapper don't wear at. No, me no know. Yeah, man, me see him in a hat already. Yeah, me see him in a hat already, bro, man. I wasn't aware. Also, does this apply to people in JA? Rajan Williams, coach, no way Stewart can make this squad. Well, it's all up to the coach. Maybe Nations League, but by Gold Cup. But not Gold Cup. Okay. No, I think he can break in. I don't think he can break into the 23. All right, so make sure now on the 23, we are going to scrutinize some 23s, you know. And we're not talking Jordan. You understand? We're not talking Jordan. He need to be more than on fire to make the squad. All right, I believe his level is above Anderson. He made the 50, but that 23 is sticky, coach. All right. But seriously, I think he might make the squad because we don't really have enough striker. When is JPL final? When again? You know, I don't remember. Cephas and Paris is a big question mark. Imagine Trivante were never looking good against Trinidad. Coach, no JPL. Still are the best team, me say, still, you know. All right, baller kick. Boza, Burke, and Antonio make the squad over Stewart. No space, not there for Stewart. Up front, the 22 will definitely have Captain Jamaica and Boza and Whisper. You need an assistant boss. Yes. Boy, people them now forward, Dr. Danny. A long time I showed this, you know. And nobody now run with it. You see me I say? Yeah, man, I went on a serious mission, Rob Smith. Serious mission. Yeah, man, and you know, we bullseye upon a mission there. What happened last week is the real question, coach. What happened last week? Still can't see a spot for him. Coach, for your coach, you're gone like your network. Good for your coach, you're gone like your network. Me don't understand that the ball. Like, me gone like my network. Me don't get that. So a weekend double dip, no triple treat. I say you go, man. Maybe Trivante. Lord God. Trivante Stewart. Mikhail Shamar Burke, striker pool lock for Gold Cup. It's like them want this brother, you feel or something. Don't think any coach in the world have full support. Just focus on winning some games. United buy out ref and still lose. How we actually attack it? Coach, if Manu did have Anthony, Manu game would have been different. Anthony. Coaches, what are the odds Coach give me leaves and Tapper is had? A good thing that's been asked, BM. Where's the Tapper? Welcome, Tapper. Tapper is back. I don't know about that still, Weekend single treat. What go on, Butters? Butters in the building, people. Brain Drain, aka Butters. Big up yourself, George Stone. Big up yourself, George Stone. What is the problem the people in the JFF have with the coach? I soon tell you that. Well, me think one of the problem is selection. The coach are go with players that he believes are quality, that he believes are doing what he's expecting in order to make his cut. But I know everybody like that. Of course, I know some people want to put in them friend. I'm sure a man or two in the English FA don't agree with Southgate. Yeah, speculate this a Rob Smith, but we are talking about what we know. Cap on the building. Big up yourself fresh. Tell you one not chilling, Hey, you see, because of VAR, people are talk about buyout referee, Remember saying, when the VAR them get the information, when the infield referee get the information, I don't nobody tell them. But the man and in an unnatural position, me think it is soft, but according to the rule, it's a penalty. I do so footballer turning now, soft penalty. Whether it is a soft, hard, or medium penalty, a penalty. That's the nature of the thing. Sherman, big up yourself. Me a pen and a play a pen. Them friend not in the squad too much small-minded people. If JFF thinking about selling players for 200, boy. We need Trivante, Stewart. But coach, Trivante is a better striker when compared to Anderson. So he would be ahead of running man. Yeah. Boza need to step up his game. Well, Brain Drain, aka Butters, I said, I don't agree. Maggie was willing to risk his contract. Stay and play at the new USL club and tell Jamaica you cannot commit. We said that go on. Yeah, man. Brain Drain name a Butters, One of them name a Butters. So I don't know where he got the name. I don't know why he got the name. I don't know what is the genesis, but yeah, man, a Butters I am name, man. You have to ask him, BM. I don't know why them call him Butters, but I input in the Butters. Butters is a part of the rumor them spreading to eliminate Chakari fans. You know that is not true, Brain Drain. You know that is not true. You know that is absolutely incorrect, Brain Drain, aka Butters. People don't like the stream, no man. Ardian, what go on? Big up yourself in the Ardian. I never know the Ardian have him TV. Yo, big up Ardian. Man from Spain. Yeah, man. from night. True, Boss Thomas. If they're to add any more striker, it would be Andre Gray. Okay. I said Trivante is going to be concentrating on getting into Europe. It's like cricket. It's a Butters TV. Eh. Butters TV. What go on, wicked man? Hey, brain drain. Nobody come switch up nothing in a brain drain. We have the screenshot, you know. We have the screenshot, brain drain. Don't bother with that. We have the screenshot. And we have the message on the thread. Don't bother with that. You don't know if the, you don't know if a Butters trick him still in a butt. Jason and Rob Smith. Check out if a Butters trick him, you know. Why the addition of the TV? Me just add it. A YouTube TV are in a place in a Fresh God. So people now watch traditional TV. So my TV, Coach's Desk TV. You understand? Yeah, man. So that's the deal. All right, people. So let me drop the link. The phone line is open. You can call in and let us hear your 23 and see if we can meticulously scrutinize it. Right? So, yeah, man. Check it out. Yeah, something like that go now. And we can change it in the future, you know. Because nothing written in stone, you know. Nothing is written in stone. But we always evolve. We always remember we say style and flavor, you know. So when you come at Coach's Desk, there's always something new. There's always some innovation. You understand? The TV is no innovation, but is it CD TV trademarked? Why you want to ask that right there, Sabrina Jane? Just run in if you believe so, no? Big up yourself, Aldine. People don't like up the stream, no, man. 120 odd people on. I want to know it easy if you touch the like button, you know, people. Lolo, big up yourself. So, people, as I was saying, you know, we drop the link. We want to hear year 23 because the team should be leaving. Richie Royal, what go on? Big up yourself, Richie. Richie, how you feel about Whisper in the 23 or the 50? I think him can break in at the 23. All right. So the team should be leaving this week. Yeah. And the team that will be leaving this week should be a selected amount from the pool. Yo, Richie said we spawn any 22, you know. Yo. What is that? Agreed, Richie? What is it, people? We spawn any 22. Who agree? People, just remember that the phone line is open. The link is dropped. It is pinned. You can always jump on. But people, the team will be leaving this week, and we're expecting about 30 players to be going to Europe with the team for those 2 encounters. Now, the team will be trimmed down, and the best players from that group will be going to the Gold Cup, right into Chicago to take on that team. You understand? So this is what is going to. This week should be a busy week for the JFF. They have to get things in order. They have to ensure that all players have them ticket. Hey, Mr. Chung, make sure you do the right thing, you know. Because if you don't do the right thing, please. JFF, make sure you do the right thing, you know. The players shouldn't be left in transit, you know. If you don't do the right thing, please. You understand? That is it. All right. Based on that, Rob Smith, the point about them taking so many players to Austria is the fact that the coach wants to take a look at a few more of the players. Yeah? That is the thing. Pristine, big up yourself. YouTubers fire overrated. JFF still doing what they want to do. Yeah. That man, well, you're kind of right on that in a brain drain. But the thing about it still in a brain drain, many of the things that have been implemented, I believe the YouTube community, content creators have a lot to say about these changes that have been implemented. You understand? So me understand I say it might be overrated, but at the same time, if we weren't speaking out, if we weren't talking about these things, many people wouldn't be au fait with what is happening within the walls of the JFF. You see me I say? That's why when people talk, say, oh, comes we just a burn fire. YouTube just get big. You understand? The platforms are here now. People, they have YouTube channels in the United States, you know. You have the tactical manager and you have Levin Youngs. Them talk about the US team, them talk about the shakiness, them talk about the things that are happening. They break stories and all of that too. So what happened? They basically keeping those federations accountable, like what we are doing. You understand? But it's still a continue brain drain. If any slip up this week when the players them are run out, we are gonna blaze. Sorry if you don't like it. Sorry. Remember, Mr. Chung say these things help to keep the federation on their toes. So we're not gonna disrespect the man, we're not gonna get personal. But I'm saying if any miss up this week when the players are supposed to travel, then cannot hide it. It will come out. Don't think them can hide anything from we. We are going to hear what go on. I'm probably want to think me not talk enough, but me hear a lot. But you see, because of work commitment, it's very difficult. When me can drop a 1 minute video or a 2 minute video, easy to do. But when you talk about the JFF, you have to have a live stream, brother. Don't. Because when you like the live stream, I realize that when we drop any video about anything, any upload, any published video, only not watch them video, them man. Once you see the LIVE, watch it, 100 odd people on. Only like the live, like it, man. So people all over know what's happening. So, yeah, man, the fire can't cool, man. Fire is for purification, you know. And fire is for cleansing. Yeah. So I saw the cookie crumble. You see me I say? So Richie said, people in the chat, it's my son. Why wouldn't I want him to make history? Of course. Nothing wrong with that, Richie. You're a pick that. That's why everybody have their own opinion. That's why I say, who makes your 23? So it's a personal thing. Who do you believe is going to make that team? You see me I say? Yeah, man. Basically. So the fact of the matter is, why they're taking so many persons, Rob Smith, they want to see, a matter of fact, not they, the coach wants to see a few more players to see if these players can break through in the last cut. You see what I say? Yeah, man. So man like a Trivante might be going down there for the coach to look at him again. He had an excellent performance in the JPL semi-final against Arnett. And of course, the coach will want to see him against opponents, worthy opponents. Not Premier League opponents, but persons from other country and team. You see what I say? So it is how the coach is constructing his things. So everybody will get a fair chance. Nobody can say it. Even though when that happens, still people still have things to say. So that is the nature of it. You understand? Like what? You lost me there, so brain drain. Like what? You have to like what to what I said. So me can understand what you say. Enough things me say just now, you know. Me can't remember everything, man. Know yourself. You just yeah, man. Tactical manager beat the US Federation to man. 11 youngs to the same thing. So me no want nobody believes that when we are do these things, it is only Jamaicans that do these things. No. You never watch England vloggers them or them beat team or them beat federation talk sports and them people there. Not talk say. Coach, I think the Jamaica coach should start his best squad in the friendly. Them so the man them can yeah, true, that sound good. True, even to they talk about the shakiness in the selection of the U20 that just get eliminated from the World Cup. Yeah, man, people are talk, man. But it's because sometimes we as Jamaicans we get emotional and all of that. People might think say we're overboard with our theatrics and all of these things. But we express ourselves different. That's what makes us unique from the rest of people in this world, you know. Yeah, man. Judith Williams, welcome. Big up yourself. And that we are talk about Fresh God. We not spear nobody beating. Yeah, man. Oh, him just paying $10 and watch it. Okay. What is it? Take out my leather belt. A cat and nine me whip with no. My leather belt are for all for my pants. The cat and nine we use, man. All out video Rob Smith. Rob Smith, you have trouble, you know. What Travis say? You are public. What? Check in. I'm public number one on YouTube for my views. What that mean, Travis? You're public number one. Our public enemy number one. But Travis, you share your views. People not agree, we're gonna talk about it. If me say something and the people them agree, them talk about it in the comment. So why you want to take on that public enemy number one? Regina, as I know so the thing for good man. Everybody have them opinion. Seeing? Everybody have them opinion. My opinion differs from yours. We can have a conversation and then we end with an amicable solution or agreement. But Travis, if you say you like red, and me say, yo, a burgundy me like, that is a disagreement, you know. Because we not say the same thing. It might be in the family I red, but I want a family already I prefer. You see me I say? So you can't ascribe public enemy number one to yourself because people don't agree with you. I know you alone people not agree with. Enough things brain drain say people not agree with. Nothing Jason Guna say people not agree with. Me know na Jason, but if you don't watch a video them, when me upload video, I don't watch them. Yeah, man, me test it, you know. Yeah, man, me have people from St. Mary, you know, so. Yeah, man, probably that fire vibes come from. No do Maggie. They're supposed to start traveling the 11th. Today is what? 11th about Friday, don't. Let me check the calendar. No, a Sunday. But they might travel sometime. I'm going to check about the thing there. But they might travel. Midnight Cowboy, big up yourself. Bloggers all around the world put in the same work for real, coach. Go on do the thing. Yeah, man, I know what's all the things set, you know. I must say we're up on YouTube and we see all the way go on, you know. What we are doing, I know we started. About 32 players that traveled to Austria. They want to know Pristine, but the Jamaican public and the administration don't like it. Remember, I saw some of my baller them they think, you know. When the vloggers are give them objective criticism, people take offense. We not want to be offensive. Once you not tell somebody something that is personal, of course we can criticize. Everybody criticism is done differently. You see me I say? But Jamaican people don't like to be criticized. Well, I have to develop rubber skin like me, you know. You see me I say? You talk what you want to talk. I don't give a care. You see me? But yeah, man, I fool this Travis that talk about public enemy number one. Hey, Travis, just when I said that, I sympathy y'all look, you know. This public enemy number one, I sympathy y'all look, you know, brother. After everything me say people agree. I've been challenged many times on this platform. You have a set of people that they believe that they are the repository of all knowledge, no matter what me say. So I don't know where y'all talk to Travis, but I pity y'all look, man. Can you share a view which is you think is the brain drain easy though. Travis, you can't be public enemy number one. Right now, I Prime Minister, I public enemy number one. Prime Minister, public enemy number one. You go on a number two, no big deal. Big deal. Big deal. I really big deal. Not number 2 on KFC board. It's a big deal. Then watch it. No fresh. He might not subscribe to you in a fresh, but at 20,000 subscribers we have, you know. Seeing 20,000 subscribers we have. And if we drop a video, we now get over 500. So what that I tell us? Boy, my public enemy number 2. Yeah, that is true. That is the nature of people for true, Jason Gona. But it is the nature of people to be criticized. So if you know so that gonna happen, why you not just relax, man? Coach is this. Why when a fan on YouTube say international born player of Jamaican heritage not good? A big uproar. Missy all of us, Able, Dilo, Bowser, and LB get the most this on YouTube. It's like it's okay. The most dips. So you accumulate that Travis, the most this. People disable of them. People not disable of them. The footballer them not get this, Travis. They are criticized. He's being criticized at this brethren. We need to take with mine out at this man. I don't know. Let me tell us how pity Travis look when he might use the public enemy number 1 slogan, you know. yeah, Rap Smith. I just saw Jamaica go on. So who I tell people if you say on platform, Travis? Nobody. Hey, Travis, call in, Travis. Call in. I look like you want clear your mind and your thought. Who I take free kick? I don't know. Where's that Nigel Clark? That's all. Oh, so a Travis attack people. Okay. The famous one. The team you support now win no trophy this season. What you have to say about that?
it's
Making the Champions League is not a trophy, no boss. Making the Champions League is not a trophy.
Speak for yourself.
Hey, no man, me win a plastic cup, you know.
I know you win a cup that we don't want. We have never won it. We don't want it. Okay, we have higher objectives.
Oh, okay. Just to qualify for Champions League.
You guys should be proud, you know. Yeah, you guys should be proud. I mean, you've won the Carabao. What's the name again? Carabao Cup. I can't remember the name because it's so important.
But I write name you call, so you can't remember you call it correctly. Me not understand.
So I'm saying I can't pronounce.
You call it correctly, so why you can't recall?
It's Cara something. It's Cara something.
Yeah.
It's Cara
no,
something.
but I would not. You don't call it already.
I will say this though, Man U had a better season than we did.
Really?
You did.
Really?
You got further in the Europa Cup than we did. You won the No Name Cup.
Oh my God.
You're in the final of the FA Cup.
Oh my God.
And you came third. So you had a better season than we did.
Oh my God.
It's a fact.
No, Cranky, hold on. Are you being sarcastic?
Yeah. No, I'm serious.
Oh my God.
But I'm not done. Having said
hold on, you're sure?
You're much further with the time.
You're sure Manning's man now listen to this and I go sell the proceeds to your channel.
Hey, coach, let me just say something about that. The facts are the facts, right? The facts are the facts. The facts are the facts. Having said that, though, I think you're further away from the title than we are. I think we're closer than you are. I mean, I'm sure you'll spend some money this offseason and buy yourself a striker and buy yourself a winger and buy yourself a more midfielders. But you're still further away. So until you spend that money, I think we are further ahead than you.
That is.
But we need to reinvest or invest quite a bit, actually. But no, you had a decent season. If you think about where you came from, and your manager's a better manager than my manager. But my manager is a better coach, I think. I think some people sometimes confuse the two. Like your manager will make in-game adjustment, like playing Fred to mark De Bruyne out the game was genius, I think. In the first game, wasn't as effective in yesterday's game as it probably normally is, but it was a great strategy. We don't have that. We play the same way no matter what and get the same outcome. But I called to talk more about coach two things. One is the squad that was selected, and two is I heard Chris talking about his perspective as to him wanting to, as I would put it, really develop world-class players in Jamaica, which is an admirable quality and an admirable objective. But I was very disappointed with how he phrased it in terms of as it relates to overseas Jamaicans, or not locally developed Jamaicans. And he sort of denigrate, some of those individuals when he's trying to justify his rationale for what he wants to pursue, which I thought was smart-minded, frankly. I think you can have both. You can have your cake and eat it too. You can leverage whatever resource you have, no matter where those people reside in the world. If they're Jamaicans, they have their passport and their citizenship. And you can also try to invest resources in developing local talent to get them to the world-class level. And right now, if you're to fairly source players from all over the world, very few local developed players would get into the national team. And it's a damning thing on the Jamaican football fraternity community coaches, many of whom are anti-foreign, I'm going to say players who are non-locally developed. Many of those coaches I've heard, some are not, either split it with it, are anti-foreign developed players, while they have done an atrocious job in developing local talent. So don't complain if you're part of the problem. You're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem, because you're not developing players to allow them to reach world-class status. So my hope is, I was hoping, coach, that by now, we've been talking about this for like 2 years, we would get away from this whole idea of foreign versus local, but it's not going anywhere, coach. It seems like it's a permanent thing.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like a permanent thing. And it's sad, it's sad, it's sad. It
never will go away, because you see, you have people who actually have their personal belief as well, Cranky. I mean, I talk about fans. So if administrative leadership persons have their preference, can you imagine the fans? So it will never die. This debacle, this back and forth with about local, about domestic, about international, it will never go away. Because man called Brain Drain, aka Butters, are gonna have theme preference, and a man called Rob Smith are gonna have theme preference. Whether he prefers local, domestic, or what. Go ahead.
So, coach, how can we have partial with that domestic versus foreign? I don't hear anybody pushing back on people. And I said this before, and people don't like when I say it. And anybody said they don't want a remittance from overseas when people go overseas and live. I don't hear anybody complain, so don't send any money back to Jamaica. We don't need your money. You don't need people resources. Yeah, go ahead.
You see the people them who dislike that, they will tell you they don't want nobody money, That's what.
Well, that's not a lot, because then we're saying Jamaica is an affluent community when we know that the most of the money is owned by a few. It's not. You don't have a large middle class like the US have. You have a small number of wealthy people, including the politicians, and you have a bunch of people who are trying to make it be. It's a fact.
Yeah. And
So my whole thing is that we should embrace whatever we can get from where we can get it from versus trying to cherry pick what we think we should have. I don't want foreign ballers, but I want other stuff that's not local.
Exactly. And that's what the pushback the coach is having with some of the big persons or weeks in the JFF. Because probably they have their preference as well. Same like Chris Williams want the development of the locals. Nothing is wrong with that. But I believe if you're talking development, do your development. You might have a one or two that might break through and you can't push them out of the national team. If you're doing development. But if we're looking at consistently qualifying for the World Cup, we have to look at getting the best players from wherever they are as Jamaicans. You understand? And that is what some people feel. You can't mix development with qualification for World Cup or representing the national team or going into big tournaments. I don't see it that way. But development is important.
Yeah. But coach, every country that I know of, even industrialized countries, a lot of resources are trying to pursue players who they believe have the ability to get into their national team and play for them, right? If you think about the US, we just got Balogun, for example. You know how long they're pursuing Balogun for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
The US have a ton of resources and a ton of players. They dominate this region, and they're still pushing for overseas players.
Mm-hmm.
And a number of their players, like Des and all of them, and Robinson are born overseas. So even though Balogun was born in the US, but he's played for England U team. So if all these countries were further along than we are trying to source talent from other parts of the world, why are we taking the position that, by the way, we shouldn't go source these talent when the talent is available to us? And all that does is put off the people who may have an aspiration to play for Jamaica. They're not encouraged to come and try to make the national team based on that narrative, because why would you when you're not going to be appreciated? And when people are in the administration, Chris run the JPL, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if Chris is the chairman of the JPL and he's advocating this perspective, why would any person in their right mind want to come and play for Jamaica when we have people at the height of the football community, indicating that we don't want you? That's not a good look, and I'm disappointed in Chris, frankly.
But we have to look at it from an next perspective too, and that's why we have been locked away in this 98 qualifying process. It is the way the world of football is going. No one country is only using locally based players or domestic players. People are seeking to have the best team to represent the country. And that is how world football is now. Why are we going to try and stuck ourselves into a vacuum, into a box, and try to pretend that it is going to work for us when world leaders, beaters, aren't using that methodology? You get what I say, Cranky? If it is not used by the top teams, if it is not being used by the top teams, why not adapt to what is happening? And as I said before, nothing is wrong with development. Let us try as best as possible to develop the sport locally. But the development cannot be twinned with winning tournaments, qualifying for other tournaments. It cannot be. And I heard also about this comparison with track and field and the track and field model. Track and field cannot be used in comparison with football. Two different sport. Individual sport, team sport. And if we're talking about development, we have to put infrastructure in place to develop players. We have to get the best coaches. We have to be aligned with European technology or curriculum, because these people have their youngsters developing from a tender age. Mark you, not all of them become world beaters, but they have a system that they follow. And they are churning out players each and every year.
Plus, they're a much more larger volume they're working with, you know. England is 68 million people, right?
Yeah.
Nigeria has 200 million, Brazil have 190. So they have a much larger population they're working with to source talent from, and they've been doing it for much longer than we have. They have better infrastructure, they have better resources, they have better coaches, they have better everything. But two things, Coach. One is, I don't hear the same complaint about the women's team, but maybe because we're not further along in development of football for women in Jamaica. And Chris is not right about 98. So 98, we had 3 core members from the overseas team who have to drive the team. But remember, when we got to the World Cup, we brought in a bunch of supposedly foreigners into the team. Because we realized we couldn't compete in the World Cup with the same squad that qualified for the World Cup. Right? Powell came in, Rob came in, a number of players, Sinclair came in. So even though you're the team that took it to the World Cup, Simone still went out of source out of talent. So I do think if you have resources, Coach, and the resources don't have to be on the rock enough. So we only think that the resources, the human resources, has to be on the rock. It doesn't have to be. Your resources are global. So you leverage those resources wherever they're available, wherever they reside, to help you achieve your objectives. So it's very disappointing, Coach, frankly, to hear Chris, who's supposedly in a leadership position, espousing those views. And it does give you some indication, though, as to how people in Jamaica actually, some people in leadership capacity do think, and their perspective on things. And he tried to walk back some of his comments.
Yeah.
But he was trying to be political, which didn't work, because if you listen to his communication with Maverick,
it was different from what he came on to explain. It was two different. His explanation on the I Am Sure Sports was way different from what his utterances were on the Maverick show. So 2 different things.
That's what happened, Coach. When you get called out, Coach, that's what I mean. You start reverse course.
Right.
So he got called out, so he tried to reverse course. But what's in his heart was what came up with Maverick.
Yeah. Because his explanation gave a different perspective on Manning's One show than the clip that we heard. The clips were explicitly clear, and it was vocalized in a manner that, you know, you may say it already. And he started out that on Manning's One show. Me not have to say it again, me on a hear it. But when he started to explain on the pushbacks and the questions, then he realized that he was cornered. So yeah, me get that from the whole conversation. But
and the other point I want to make, Coach. Go ahead.
No, man, you go ahead.
Now, next point is around it. The team that was picked, I was very surprised to see certain name in the 50-man squad.
Yes, like?
I'll give you an example. I didn't expect to see Albus Powell in that squad.
Yeah.
That's one name that really resonated with me, and I'm saying, did the coach pick that squad, or was there influence for certain people in the squad, right? And that's part of the challenge I see, actually.
Cranky, we're very smart, you know. It could never be the coach's pick. And that is what I
know the technical committee is involved. I know Speed always the technical committee said the squad and the coach picked from the squad or something like that. Even though you think our England team is picked, our squad is picked. That's Southgate, you know. The coach is the one who actually picked the players for the team. I don't think the FA does for England. So I do think even that needs to be revisited, right? And I am not sure who's driving some of this. I don't think Speed, for example, would pick Albus Powell, even though he had the technical committee. I don't think so. We have heard these rumors about certain associations over the years and why certain players get picked. And these things only only really give an indication as to that there are things that happen behind the scene, which a coach have no control over. So maybe Tapper, you know, I'm not going to say I'm a Tapper fan per se. I'm not a Tapper adversary either. But I think sometimes Tapper probably was restricted in some of the decisions he could make, given how things actually work. And for people like Dennis Strong who are new to come in to succeed, they have to make wholesale changes, Coach. I'm telling you.
Yeah, man.
People want to have the same influence and position they had before. They have to make changes.
And definitely, some people were just from what I have heard, what my understanding is that persons were just selected as fillers so that the all the slots are filled. You understand?
And coach, I'm sorry,
And
coach. There are much more people can fill the slot. Maggie can fill a slot. I watched Stewart today look decent to me. Stewart could fill a slot.
yeah, but Stewart is
There are other
there.
players who could fill
Stewart
slot.
is there.
Oh, Stewart is there? Okay.
Yeah.
Maggie's not there though, right?
No, Maggie is not there. But would
The
you
other
want to
players who
put
could fill slot,
Maggie?
coach.
Would you want to put Maggie in it when he has not played in a while? Remember, him just get a contract, you know.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That is true.
You
So maybe I
understand?
stand corrected.
And plus, if I would go as far as say, even if he was contacted, he probably or possibly wanted to stay there so that he can cement himself in this new environment, new club that he is at now. So me kind of understand the whole Maggie thing. He never did a play in a ball, him just get a club. So him have to ensure say him stay in the thing, and you know.
Yeah, no, I mean that's a fair point. I still don't see Albert in the team. I mean, even though I'm not a big Zimenez fan either, because I'm not sure he's a defender. But there are other players, coach, who I'm sure deserve a chance to be part of that environment. For someone who's been there, who doesn't have much future with the national team, I don't see why they're there. I don't. I mean, not to knock the player, but Albert did a great service for his country. I'm not sure why Albert is there.
Okay.
Right? He hasn't been. Last time I watched him play, wasn't fit. Last time I watched him play, his game wasn't that great. We have a bunch of right backs. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 right backs. Do we need another one? Because it's not like he's a versatile player who can play in multiple positions. So if we have 4, do we need a 5th one out of 50? I mean, we know that none of these players will not make the final squad, but people want to be in that environment. They want their name association with the national team, and they want to know they're being considered. I'm glad to see Hector back. You know, I used to beat Hector, but I've come around. I'm glad to see Hector is back in the mix, even though he may not make the final 23.
Yeah.
But when I went to see him play 2 years ago in Florida, I thought Hector got a raw deal because I thought Hector played well and became a scapegoat for a number of people, actually. So my hope, the coach, is that we pick the best squad, the best team, because the US is only getting stronger now. They're not getting weaker. And we have to play them this month.
Yeah, definitely. So who would be your 23 now, Cranky? Who you think are some of the must have players in this 23?
If I remember correctly, I don't have the list in front of me, but I think I can say some who won't be, and I'll tell you some who will be. So start with the keeper. I'm fine with the. I don't know that I only know through the keeper, right? I know the kid, under 20 kid. I know Wade. I know Blake. The other player who came in, I don't know him. So I would say the keeper community seems fine to me. The 3 out of the 4 you pick. In the defense, I like both Lee and Amari Bell. I'm glad Lowe is there. Pinnock is there. Lembakisi, I loved how he played against Mexico. Labada there, I'm not butchering his name.
Lucky Buddy,
right? Harding, Lucky Buddy, Harding. So all those players to me are Mike Sure. I think Mariappa has been a great servant, but Mariappa needs to be assistant coach. He needs to be assistant coach.
But
he needs to be assistant coach.
But they have a quality assistant coach. So you want to push out Meran and take Mariappa because you couldn't push out John
Mariappa's played in the Premier League. Mariappa's played all over the world. He's been in the national team about 12 years now.
Yeah.
I think Mariappa has a lot to give. Coach. A lot to give. And maybe more, we talking about local coaches and their challenges. As any of those coach at a very high level? I don't think so.
Okay.
Right? I don't think any of them coaches are at a high enough level to say they can offer more than he can. Then if you go into the midfield, I mean, I would see DJ being there. Russell impressed the last time. I have asterisks around my boy Ravel. I have concerns about Ravel, but we'll leave him there for the time being. We don't have a ton of midfielders in a coach who you can say are exemplary in their terms of capability. The midfield is the weakest part of the team to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You see me name 3, and I'm struggling to name other midfielders. I know Speedy is there, right?
Yes.
And I would like Speedy, but I'm not sure Speed. I think we're stepping up and on. You move up 11, coach. People can get left behind.
Yeah.
So I've named the 3 midfielders that come to mind so far. Ochise may play in the midfield. I'll play out wide. I think he probably played the 10. So I think those 4 will be there. And then up front, we have the normal suspects: Nicholson, Antonio, Bailey, Gray. Who else come to mind? Now it's getting tighter because I think some people, I may need them at home. I think, what am I thinking? I think those are the names that jump out. I mean, we're trying to think about who else up front. Somebody use a suspect like Burke. I think he's a hard runner. He's physical, but we need certain skill set. I'm not sure that skill set is there for him to be part. I'm not a big Lowe fan either. I've watched Lowe play for Jamaica a number of times. Talking about Jamal Lowe, I'm not the biggest Jamal Lowe fan. I don't think he works hard enough, and he doesn't have enough differentiating quality for him to be a guaranteed slot in the 23.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm just trying to think through who else up front, because I've only named 4, right? The question is, should Stewart, for example, be in the 23, even though he hasn't played at a high level? Because we only have 2 center forwards. I mean, right? I know we have what's his name. Yeah, I know we have what's his name from Rangers, but he hasn't played in a while.
Yeah,
he's been injured.
Roof,
but Roof is injury prone. Roof hasn't played in a while, as far as I'm concerned, and I'm not sure Roof shouldn't be in the squad, given his injury record. He needs to go recuperate.
Okay.
So I think some of the players just pick themselves, coach. I think some just pick themselves.
Okay.
And then you gotta fill in for the other slots, for example. But I'm encouraged with the 50. I think there's some other players in the Premier League who we should be pursuing. Because if we're really gonna go for a World Cup qualifier, we have to have quality all over the field.
Yeah.
And we should also think about, coach, here's what we should think about. Do I have any player in my defense, on my forward line, who is versatile enough to play in the middle of the park? Because, some people their skills are transferable, and we have them pigeonholed in certain positions. And the coach should be thinking about, what? If I have certain players who have demonstrated certain skill set, can they fit in certain positions, which they don't normally play on a regular basis? I give 2 examples I've always referred to in the Premier League. Joey Linton from Newcastle only went to midfield because they went another 10 men. And Iwobi, who used to be at Arsenal, at Everton, who plays midfield now, he was a winger. So we have some players who play in certain positions, but they're versatile enough, given their skill set, to be tried someplace else if you don't have the quality. And we should also consider that. So I do think it's something that we should consider, coach, which is, because I'm not impressed with the midfield.
Especially the central aspect of the midfield.
That's why somebody like Hector, even though a lot of people are not Hector fan, but I'm coming around with Hector, giving his style, and he's been playing better over the years. He could be one of the CDMs along with backup Russell in the CDM slot.
Okay.
And even Russell, we haven't seen much of Russell tonight. Look good against Mexico in a short cameo, but we haven't seen Russell play for 90 minutes in that game. We had Stewart in there, but even when Stewart came to join us, I know he's injury prone also.
Yeah.
Stewart didn't overly impress. I think he played 1 decent game, but the other game he didn't play that well. So we really have to think, coach, about can we, Chris talked about developing local players. Develop some midfielders at Jamaica. That's where we have slots. Develop some quality. I saw Phillips play today. He was decent. But then the level of the competition determines your capability, So Phillips was playing the deep midfield role today for Mount Pleasant. And he looked really, really good, but it's about the quality of the opposition.
Yeah, definitely.
So can he step up to the next level? That's what we should thinking about. How do we get those players to play against better competition? We can see what their capabilities are.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, coach. We take up enough time. Make somebody else call in.
All right. Big up yourself, Cranky. You can always call back anytime.
Yes, coach.
Yeah, man. Cool. All right. So
all right, bless.
I got a squad from Fresh God. Fresh God have him squad. I try to paste it, but it's too long. So I'm going to read it out. Goalkeepers Blake, Waite, and Boyce Clark. Defenders Pinnock, Lowe, Bernard, Harding, Lee, Bell, Joel, and Dexter. Midfielders Frey, Russell, Johnson, Splat, Morrison, and Hutchinson. Wingers Bobby, Bailey, Gray, Cephas, and Paris. Strikers Antonio Boza, and it's a toss-up between Jamal and Burke. What say you? What do you think about that squad from Fresh? What do you think about that squad? You hear that the youth freeing us up bad, you know? Ian Frey, not Bobby Frey. So this seems like a decent squad, still not Fresh. Seem like a decent squad. Pretty decent. You understand? Who want challenge that? Fresh, I've got type it out like just them last name or shortening of them name. So we see if we can hold it on the screen. Probably it fly over most people head. Yeah, man, Hutchinson is in it. He has Hutchinson a part of the midfield. Yeah, man. Me hear a lot of talk about this free dude. So understand, like Fresh God team. DJ Benito say he's coming from the youth system in Miami. Jamal Lowe is the only true center forward in that squad. Okay. All right. It's the Fresh God team there. All right. So Blake, Waite, Boyce Clark, Lowe, Pinnock, Bernard, Harding, Leigh, Bell, Joel, Dexter, Frey, Russell, Johnson, Splat, Morrison, and Hutchinson. Bobby, Bailey, Gray, Cephas, Paris, Antonio, Boza, Jams, Burke. So yeah, man, this is a squad that Fresh had up. I think it seemed to be a pretty decent one. I remember it's your team, people. It's your 23. Who believe that they want to challenge that squad there from Fresh? Who wants to challenge that squad? Oh, King Job, same give it a 9.5. Five changes for Mexico. Antonio for Stewart, Gray for Paris, Hutchinson for Phillips, Latibodier for Brown, Bernard for Maps. Fresh pick the 23 And no bother with either or either. Can't grade until then. Oh, so fresh about either or either, so you not grade that team there. Well, him get 9.5 from King Job. So obviously King Job agreed that is either Burke or Jams. Anyone good. Louis Amos, him have more goal for Jamaica than Paris. And he's playing at a higher level than Cephas and Paris. Okay. Yeah, he was injured for a while and Jamaica surprised the USA with his selection. Me hear either for both friendlies and Gold Cup, remember. Or may have someone in that backline can play CDM if call up to. Yeah, Bernard and I think Joel can do it. But you have Russell, you have Frey, Russell, Johnson, Splat. Those are four central midfielders, you know. And based on how the coach has used Ravel Morrison, he might be playing a deeper line role because Ravel is not that fast as he used to be. All right, so Eagle Republic is saying big Jonathan Russell and any other 22. All right. No sound bad. Ian Frey is super talented. A lot of people talking about Frey now. So that simply means this youngster. All right, Mr. Wells team now. Mr. Wells I said. So 14 and 6, 23. Blake Boys Clark, wait. Low Pinot Bernard Bell, Lembe, Lattibody here, Russell, Lamb, Aounia Lamb, Hutchinson, Reed, Frey, Johnson, Splat, Richards, Stewart, Antonia, Bailey, Degree, Burke. Wells, Unium, oh, Lambert. Ian is a CB. Ian Fraser centre back. No, he's a CDM or CD. CM, sorry about CD. Yeah, Wells take Lambert over Morrison. Gray is an upgrade to Lambert. Kevin Williams said, any 23, give me picking minus Alva Sport. So Travis have, these are Travis goalkeepers. Defenders, Pinocchio, Bernard, Latibodier, Dexter, Brownlee, Bell. Okay, so the people resign on Ravel. If Ravel doesn't make the team, that is good for you. If he doesn't get picked. Okay. This is our first still. People really not too enthused about Ravel. Oh, that's Gold Cup and friendly. So that the same squad fresh. Who we are gonna replace Ravel with? I don't know if I speedy. Hey, you see you, Rob Smith. So pick your team, Fabian Full. Your team you are picking, you know. If you see Roof in a man team, don't say Roof no fit. Travis, I know say me not gonna answer you, dog. Like you, hey, look like you duel upon what people say, you know. By the way, anybody here from Balakar? What going for Balakar? Hey. Oh, should me never buy on the phone? But people them they send it, they go, The money to is PayPal. All right, let's see. Ian Campbell team here. Wait, Blake, Clark. You can't, hey, if you notice, those names are very consistent in terms of goalkeepers. You can't go around those names. Those names are names that you can't go around. Kalita, big up yourself, you know. I like he was in Manning the other day. Balakara coach. Who my coach? All right, this is Ian team. So we can't go around the goalkeepers, people. The goalkeepers have been consistent with every single person that named their squad. So we can't go around that, right? The center backs, Bernard, Lowe, Pinnock, Frey. And of course, Frey can fit into the central defensive midfield position. You have Latibo there, Lembi Kisa, Lay, Splat also in midfield, DJ, Ravel, Russell, Reed, Omari, Bailey, Gray, that is D Gray, Cephas, Paris, Antonia, Bowser, Lowe. This is not a bad squad. Rockford, big up. This is not a bad squad. No, Ravel is in Ian team fresh. Low, Pinnock, Frey, Latibody, Lembi Kisa, Bell, Lay, Splat, DJ, Ravel, Russell. Yeah, man, I'm dead. I'm going to count how much, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Ian, you have 24. Yeah, man, the goalkeepers basically pick themselves, you know. Travis, we talk about Tapper from the show start already. We big up Tapper, we big up Mount Pleasant from the show start. You understand? Yeah, man, the keeper, for real, they basically pick themselves. Roof is in the squad in the 50, you know. But Roof did dip on an injury. If we agree with what Cranky said, the defense, the wing, forwards important. Travis, where you ask about how your team not call out? You know, say your public enemy number one man, so your team not gonna call out. Even though me call out the team, you write them in a spurts, I select them. And know you say me not call out the team. I say you love attention, brother. People who don't know who Frey is, look into Miami game from yesterday. He scored. Yeah. Jamal would have to be there over Roof. Play more games and more goal. Remove Omari Hutchinson. I can't remove it. Are you type it? Why we have remove Omari from that, Ian? Well, you're a team still. Travis, why you calling, you know? Because you say you're public enemy number one, you know. I want to hear what the reasoning there go. Coach Hardin or Brown or Roof or Burke. Who big deal a buckle? Man, that's a Arima pop champagne. I'm excited about this squad. Can look like champagne a pop, you know. Where you buckle Ian Campbell for? Chi man, remember say theme squad, you know. Big deal. I know you're not name your 23 and you buckle people. Hey, Virgin, name your 23, man. I know that him talk, man. But big deal, drop your team. You comment on people team and you not drop your one. No, sir. No, sir. Fresh card. Oh, fresh card for TV at 23. Eh? Big deal then. I say yo. I say yo, big deal then. You see yo. So who you say know yourself with a partner, Ethan? My formula. Formula, big up yourself. The man ain't no pick Joy Dessert all now in no formula. We don't know what go on there, so. See, then get somebody new from MLS. A corner league there. Then the announce make your whole corner league join the coaches this man. How you going with Travis? Yeah, that's true. Hey, with defense line, I got solid, you know, because as you know, the coach seems to want to put together a strong defensive line. A formula boy, man. Joy Dessert. You understand? Where's the Kevin? In that show, all of them for Ian. Where's the Ethan or anyone or anything? Big deal in your team. We are waiting for you know. You go like you want girl on the thing, you know. Yeah, man. Nana, and Rupert. Hey. Boy. Yo, my fee said Travis. Hear him again. Hear him again. Boy. Big deal then. Drop your 23 no man. Me no want you say a CM thing ya nobody have. Want you drop your 23. What is CM thing? It's a war Pesa look. So Pesa no public enemy number one. He was a warlord or a war boat. Which one? Pesa a war boat. Okay. And then him come talk, boy. So, Travis a warlord. A bounty son. Bounty son Travis. Wait a fresh eye, my father. Man, said Travis my father, yeah, man. You say, man, attack like prime Messi. Think gonna easy. All right, so people, here what? $23, you know, but they might, I think they up it the last time to 26 because of COVID. So we don't know if I the same energy. But we said 23. All right, it's the Fana squad here. Blake Clark, Wade, Pinnock, Low, Latte, Deshaun, Dexter Hardin, Bell Lee, Russell Bobby, DJ, Ravel, Frey, Bailey Gray, Omari, Cephas, Antonio, Shamar, Low. Yeah, man, you can select your 30, your 32, your 32, 33. Who would think going to Austria? Know yourself, get a team up on screen 8.7. I think them are Phillips, sorry, and I think Trivante going to Austria. Yeah, man, that's a big deal him go on, man. Yeah, Whisper might get a look in. I think they will taking Stewart and something, man. More than likely. Paul name still on the team. It's not the team. Him in the squad. So yeah, him named upon the squad. It's the man from Portland. Coach, did you know almost half the 50-man squad is 30-year-old? No, I never checked that. All right, people. I'll go on for the next game start. Half time on the game. All right, people. Anyways, people, I have to go running now. I have some. Man, we have to go running now. We could have stayed on for the next 13 minutes, but we have to run. Well, anyways, big up yourself, my people. Thank you very much for tuning in. We are cut off the show now. You understand? We have to run. Yeah. I'm going to deal with some matters. If somebody come on the stream, we can stay on, but I have some work to go sort out. We have 12 minutes remaining still. What you say me for what? No, man, me have to run. That one running. That one I take. Travis, you support Cavalier? In Travis? Oh, yeah, support Cavalier. Travis, who you support for the final? Who you supporting for the final, Travis? Travis now going good, you know. Anyways, people, yeah, man, we have some things to go sort out. So, until next time, people, stay safe. Peace out. You don't know. As it move closer to the Austria games, we're gonna see how best we can give watch along on these things. You understand? Man, say one tapper versus the man who fire. Hey, that's gonna be epic still, you know. That is gonna be epic. Rudolph Speed versus Theodore Whitmore. Yo, Rumble. Hey, the finally can't miss me. Cannot. You understand? So like up the stream before you go, people. Like the stream before you go. Give it a thumbs up. You can always rewatch it, people. Yeah, man. Give it a thumbs up, no? You don't know the thing said. All right, big up yourself. Stay safe, man. Fresh God, we need to see how that match there, no fresh. Travis, we need to see how that match there. Yeah, man. I remember really see if your keyboard done. You, Travis. Bounty father. You understand? But anyways, people, big up yourself. Yeah, fresh if it dead, man. In I stayed up. Wherever it is, keep it. You understand? Yeah, man, big up yourself. Stay safe. Until next time. Peace out.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.